Most gardeners believe rich, finished compost demands months of waiting, but that timeline collapses when you harness heat, balance, and particle size with precision, turning raw organic matter into usable, living soil in just 72 hours. Spring doesn't wait, and neither should your soil. Traditional cold composting lags behind the urgency of May planting, leaving beds underfed when crops need immediate nutrition. The difference is heat. When you strike the right carbon-to-nitrogen balance, roughly 25:1, you ignite a microbial surge that transforms your pile into a biological furnace. This ratio isn't guesswork, it's the chemical handshake between energy-rich browns and nitrogen-packed greens. But here's where most piles fail: particle size. Large chunks slow everything down. When you shred materials into roughly 1-inch pieces, you dramatically increase surface area, allowing microbes to colonize and consume organic matter at a speed that feels almost unnatural. That's the hidden accelerator that compresses months into days. Fast compost begins with intensity. You need nitrogen sources that act like fuel, not filler. Fresh poultry manure, green grass clippings, and even kitchen scraps rich in plant tissue provide the nitrogen surge required for immediate microbial reproduction. On the carbon side, dry leaves, shredded cardboard, or small wood chips act as structural balance, preventing compaction while feeding the system slowly. Every piece should be reduced in size before it enters the pile. Running materials over with a lawnmower or through a chipper isn't optional here. It's the difference between a sluggish heap and an active, heating core. Moisture ties it all together. Grab a handful and squeeze. If it feels like a wrung-out sponge, you've nailed it. Too dry, and microbes stall. Too wet, and oxygen disappears, dragging the pile into a foul, anaerobic state. Size matters more than most realize. A pile smaller than 3 feet by 3 feet struggles to hold heat, while anything larger risks poor airflow. This cubic mass creates insulation, trapping microbial energy in the center where decomposition peaks. Within the first 24 hours, temperatures should climb rapidly toward 140 degrees Fahrenheit, the sweet spot where weed seeds and harmful pathogens are neutralized. A compost thermometer isn't just a tool, it's your window into an invisible process. If temperatures stall, something is off in your balance. Covering the pile with a tarp helps stabilize conditions, locking in heat while shielding it from spring rains that can cool and oversaturate the system. What you're building isn't just compost, it's a controlled biological reaction. Heat alone isn't enough. Oxygen is the lifeblood of rapid composting, and without it, your pile suffocates. Turning the pile is how you feed that oxygen back into the system. But don't just mix randomly, flip it with intention. Move the outer layers into the center, and bring the hot core outward. This ensures every piece of material experiences peak microbial activity. Within hours of turning, the temperature should rebound, often climbing even higher than before. Pay attention to smell. A healthy pile carries an earthy, almost sweet scent. If it turns sour or rotten, that's a signal, either too much moisture or not enough carbon. Adjust quickly, because in a 72-hour system, delays cost you momentum. As cell walls break down rapidly under heat and oxygen, nutrients are released in forms plants can immediately access, aligning perfectly with your planting window. By the third day, the transformation becomes visible. The pile darkens, textures soften, and the raw identity of the materials fades into a uniform, crumbly mass. It may not look like traditional finished compost, but it's biologically active and ready for use. At this stage, cooling is essential. Spread the material out or turn it once more to release excess heat, ensuring it won't stress young roots. This compost is perfect for top dressing beds or adding directly into planting holes, where it continues to break down while feeding crops in real time. The energy you built into the pile transfers directly into your soil, giving seedlings a powerful start without synthetic inputs. Start tonight, and by the end of the week, you'll have living compost ready to fuel your garden at exactly the moment it's needed most. Subscribe to Timeless Humus Path for more practical, time-tested ways to rebuild soil, restore balance, and grow with purpose.